Hello, brother. Brothers bond bourbon, that is. The Vampire Diaries' on-screen siblings and real-life best friends, Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley, are taking on the dark spirit world with their craft bourbon, 10 years in the making. Ian and Paul told People about their new drink and how their friendship inspired it all.
10 years with Ian Somerhalder goes by really slow, just saying.
Well, by the way, it's technically been 11 now almost, Paul, but it's like, I met Paul in literally February of 2009. And we met somewhere out in Burbank. We were getting fitted for our fangs.
I remember that.
That's how it worked.
Like, oh, hey, you playing my brother? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
cool,
we're like, what's up, man? Bro. Give each other like a bro hug, you know? This is not like a friendship. This is like a brother. This is like a marriage.
It's marriage. You know, for those who haven't seen the show, we drank a lot of bourbon on the show. You know, the characters drank bourbon on the show. I've always been a bourbon guy. It's always appealed to my palate. But I have to say, drinking bourbon on the show, obviously it wasn't real bourbon, but nonetheless, I don't know, you have this kind of like placebo effect. I get you're drinking this iced tea, but in your head, you're imagining it as bourbon. And we kind of would go out during the weekends or after work and take it easy. And it would always be bourbon. It would just become like secondhand nature. If we're going to have a drink, it's going to be bourbon. So we became these kind of like pseudo bourbon snob connoisseur. You know, we love our bourbon. We know what we like. So that's the genesis of this. And that's how this whole thing started. And so we felt like, you know, if we're going to do anything together, it has to be bourbon. It's like, it's crazy because a lot of people will put their names on something, you know, and then they're not really like, their heart's not in it. And it's easy. And but for us, this was, everything in this bottle is ours. This label we created, the name we created, the design we created, the taste, the mash, everything is our creation. And I think that is what sort of maybe distinguishes us from perhaps other, you know, and quote unquote, you know, sort of endorsements, which is, this is our baby. So it feels really good.
Paul and I worked literally over a year every day, blending everything, like even in my kitchen or living room at 3 a.m. with beakers. And Paul would walk in, he goes, dude, you look like a mad scientist. Our soul is in this bottle.
Literally, Ian put his soul in the bottle.
We just wanted something that out of the bottle, literally, like even my mom or a millennial female or a millennial male or even my old man can sit down, pour this right out of the bottle and just drink it.
This is about people drinking it together in celebration of something, or, you know, taking a moment to, you know, talk to one another and using this as sort of the conduit in a sense.
And at the end of the day, this is our taste. This is what, if we sit down and we want to drink bourbon, we want to share bourbon with a friend or family, this is the bourbon we want to be sitting down with.
For more on Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.